Hello and welcome back to another Slay the Spire stream. Today we're going to be continuing our You Are Nothing challenge. Although today chat is nothing. Defect is up. Defect probably has the best chance of getting You Are Nothing achievement. I think if I were going to pick a class, probably be Defect. Looks like we didn't get the first boss last time. So we have to choose between the crappy options. There is a potential snipe here. Bunch of question marks. It's about 50-50. In fact, I think it's exactly 50-50, 3 question marks. We can get 3 elites in the act with that path, following up with this one and that one. Get some bonus fires, I like that path quite a bit. A little bit of a late shop, that's okay. We can get 3 elites on some other paths as well. I guess just this one. So we want to go on the path that Niaz Lament wants us to go on, so I guess I'll do that. I guess I'm a big fan of Niaz Lament. I've been picking Niaz Lament quite a bit during this challenge. Rebound, Turbo, and Beam Cell are all possible inclusions in an infinite. Turbo, I think, is the most obvious. Turbo and a Madness on a hologram with an All for One is infinite. Come here. Pretty easy to set that up on turn 1. Rebound helps us scale our claws and stuff. Rebound's also just like an excellent floor 1 pick. For if that matters. I'll just grab a Rebound. We certainly don't need a Turbo yet. We're gonna fight 3 elites. If this first elite is not a snipe, then Shining Elite might, or Shining Light might cost us our second elite. But I think I'll fight it anyway. We've only got 2 more question marks, so we're pretty likely to get a snipe. And upgrades are good. Upgrades are particularly good when you're trying to infinite with Defect, because hitting Zap or Dual Cast means that they're now cost 0, and that might be required for the infinite. Okay, we hit Zap. We can remove a card, probably want to remove a Strike. Makes the infinite more consistent. We could also upgrade Dual Cast, or transform a Strike, and look for something specific. I think we'll just remove a Strike. Okay. And this is not a fight, so we are getting the snipe. 71 gold is a pretty cheap relic. I don't want to really lose the rebound. We are going to a shop later. Actually, I guess we can dodge the shop. We don't have to go. Okay, so I'll just spend the gold, dodge the shop later. Ooh, Vajra. Okay. That helps us out in hallways. It's not particularly necessary for getting infinites, but it's helpful. Cold Snap is good. Hey, Blood Polska. Yeah, Defect has got a really good shot at this, so... Coconut, will you stop it? Cat's yelling at me. What do you do about that? I think Cold Snap's the pick here just because we like removed a Strike, so we kind of have to add something to the deck here. It's either Cold Snap or Melter. And I think it's going to be Cold Snap. I don't want to take a Melter. Alright, here's our snipe. Mummified Hand. Oh my gosh. Okay. Core Surge. Core Surge is a really good pick for, Hey, stop it. Come here. Meow. Core Surge is a really good card for regular Defect decks. I'm not sure if we need that here if we're going for an infinite. Let's see, does Core Surge help us do any infinite stuff? I think no is the answer. It does exhaust, so it doesn't get in the way. But we can draw it instead of a combo piece, and that can prevent us from going off. Other options here are FTL and Steam Barrier. Anything that costs 0 is something that we might want to do, given that we have Mummified Hand. Things costing 0 can't have their cost reduced by Mummified Hand. So if, for example, our combo requires us to like decost something that's normally expensive, right? Like we have to decost our Echo form so that we can get it out of the way so that we can do our combo. Then Mummified Hand wants us to pick FTL or Steam Barrier. Let's see. Yeah, she won't put up with being there for too long, but she will stay there for a couple seconds. And those couple seconds are precious. Maybe we just take the Core Surge. Core Surge is like way too good. Alright, that's probably all the attacks we need. This is our last easy pool fight. And a good place for it. Get another card ward before the thing. Core Surge or Dual Cast. I mean, Core Surge does 12, Dual Cast does 16, so Core Surge is like almost as much. Plus it does 3 at the end of the turn, so we get 15. It's only off by 1. That'll do it. Okay. I think we skip here. Beam Cell could be a nice card in the deck since it looks like we're probably going to be going for like some sort of all-for-one thing with the Zap Plus. The Rebound, but not really super necessary. Steam Barrier would be our first defensive card. It's a pretty good one. I think we probably should take a Steam Barrier. We do have a Cold Snap as well. Alright, I'll take the Steam Barrier. Maybe we'll get a chance to upgrade it. Alright, first real elite. And it's Sentries. Core Surge is always happening. I think Rebound on Defend is happening. I think we're gonna Speed Pot too, just to make sure we can block out. Oh right, we get to keep the decks. Maybe should have saved the Speed Pot since 5 permanent decks is pretty good. I was just trying to get 10 health out of that Speed Pot. Rebound Defend guarantees we can block next turn. It does also draw us through our deck slightly slower. Which is a bad thing. Do we have lethal? We do. Zap to assassinate. Okay. I believe that was a perfect Sentry fight, which is pretty unusual for Defect. Thunderstrike, Claw, or Compile Driver. I was thinking about Compile Driver when I picked the Cold Snap. Compile Driver with Sundial is draw 2 cards. And to do the Sundial combo, you need a card that draws 2 cards and a card that draws at least 1 card. You can do it with 2 cards that draw 2 cards too. So Compile Driver can be that. We also need like a Recycle though, so and a Sundial, which we don't have. Claw can be good. We have Rebound. I think we've got enough damage though, so I don't think we need the Claw. Slime Boss. Thunderstrike is a good card to pay off Mummified Hand. Yeah, that artifact that I don't know the name. No, I remembered it this time, Sundial. Redbeardy developed a mnemonic for me yesterday, so. I think I'll only be able to remember the name as long as I'm doing infinite combos, since Sundial is so important for infinite combos, but. Thunderstrike is an extremely good Mummified Hand target. So if we end up getting a bunch of lightning orbs, that would be really nice. We do have a Rebound, so we can rebound our Zap and get a bunch of procs off of Thunderstrike. We don't have like a strike dummy or anything. We do have some strike scaling with Vajra, so it's going to do 8 damage per lightning orb. So that's interesting, but I don't think it's good enough. We also have a Liquid Memory, so we could Thunderstrike, Liquid Memory, Thunderstrike. Which is neat. I don't think we have a shot at killing the slime boss on turn 1. If we did do that, I think we would definitely want to be picking Thunderstrike. Maybe there's a way to do it. If we, like, get an energy relic, so we have 4 energy on turn 1. Or, okay, so we get a power, and that power is, like, Electrodynamics. And then Electrodynamics hits Thunderstrike, and we, like, Electrodynamics zap Thunderstrike, Liquid Memories, Dupe Pot Thunderstrike. And we get Strike Dummy. Okay, so if we got Strike Dummy, this would go up to 11 damage per Lightning Orb. If we play Electrodynamics and Zap, we've channeled 4 Lightning Orbs. And if we play Thunderstrike, Liquid Memories, Dupe Pot Thunderstrike, then we've played 3 total copies of Thunderstrike. So we're doing 12 times 11 damage. It seems like a lot, but I don't think it's enough to kill Slime Boss. Because it's like 120-ish. And it requires us to find, like, a rare card and, like, a relic. So probably shouldn't rely on that happening. I mean, Thunderstrike could definitely be an OTK enabler, though. For later. But, like, Defect has a lot of ways to OTK, and most of them don't involve a Thunderstrike. Thunderstrike's like a pretty niche OTK for Defect. So I think we're gonna pass it. Because, like, most of the Defect OTKs are, like, All for One and, like, Turbo or something, you know, just, like, something really simple. Hey, Guitar. How's it going? Yeah, you guys are right that it's, like, super conditional, but, like, we do have to get lucky to win this challenge, so picking something and giving ourselves a chance to get lucky and win is correct. It's really just a question of which chance do we take. I've also had a couple of challenging runs where, like, I accidentally picked 2 ways to go infinite, and I'm like, uh-oh, why do I have 2 ways to do this? So I really need to, like, listen to the deck, see what we want to commit to, and then, like, go in on it. You had an insane run with 2 Thunderstrike earlier today. Dude, that sounds like fun. I feel like the problem with Thunderstrike is you just can't generate enough Lightning Orbs. You need to be like a Storm deck to really make it happen. Actually, we do have a Mummified hand, so we're gonna pick powers. So maybe we do. Maybe maybe the way we combo is we just pick 1,000,000 powers. And we get, like, Heat Sinks and Storm, and we, like... Thanks, Guitar. I actually got my first check from Twitch yesterday, so this is now technically a profitable endeavor. I'm being paid 29 cents an hour, so there you go. That's my profit on this endeavor so far. What's minimum wage again? No, I'm not really doing Twitch for the money. I do appreciate the support, but it's really just I'm doing it to promote my video game. I don't know. I kind of like the, like, Mummified Hand, bunch of powers, Heatsink Storm thing, and that can definitely include a Thunderstrike. Yeah, it's like we put in an absolute ton of work, and, like, a lot of that work was, like, streaming to 0 people, right? Like, you gotta put in the hours to, like, get yourself established. So I imagine that the hourly rate will go up from this point. Actually, so I'm changing the theme of the game. So the name of the game yesterday was Souljar, and the name of the game today is Rogue Executive. So it's like okay, sorry, I need to, like, pitch this a lot, but I haven't practiced this one because it's a new one. You are, okay, so it's a world with, like, where, okay, alright, let me back up. You're at a company where all the executives are, like, luchador gladiators, so they're, like, super eccentric, like, wild, like, fighters. and like one of them is like grows plants everywhere, and they're like draped in like a cloak of vines. Another person's like dressed up like a Roman gladiator with a tower shield and a spear and like a big hat, and like, you know, one guy's just like a literal luchador with like a business suit and a mask, right? Like there's just all kinds of fun characters, and you just go through and you battle them. You battle your bosses, who are also bosses in the game, and you climb the corporate ladder. You like start out in the mail department, and you end up being the whatever executive manager of the mail room, and you end up being the like high priestess of corporate governance, and you get all these titles and stuff. Hey, Merle. It's been good. I've been enjoying this challenge that I've set myself, where the only achievement I don't have in the game is You Are Nothing, and like, yeah, we could just farm it on low Ascension, right, and just get an infinite deck and just kill whatever like some Act 2 boss with it. But we're trying to do it on Ascension 20, so we set ourselves a significant challenge. I think I like the Thunderstrike Mummified Hand power deck build. I think that's definitely something we can do. We need like 2 copies of Heat Sinks and like a bunch of powers. But that's totally something we could get, so I think I am going to pick the Thunderstrike. Both of these directions are possible. I think we're going to go this way so we can dodge the shop. Ornamental Fan, okay. Card removes are great if you're trying to do infinite stuff on turn 1. It seems like we can afford to do a strike remove. We could also heal. Healing maybe buys us an upgrade. Nah, I think we're going to take an upgrade anyway. So I think I'll just remove the card. Got a ton of strikes out of the deck in Act 1. It's really good. Drat. Corsair's pretty good in this fight. Avoid being weakened. Oops, I meant to rebound the... whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay. A20 with Ironclad. Yep, Dupe Pot, Necro, Whirlwind, that'll do it. You need some energy, but that's pretty easy to get. Nope. And no. Well, this is a power. Do we pick any power? I think we need to pick, like... we need a lot of powers, but we really need, like, Heat Sinks and Storm. Like, those are the 2 most important powers. We need, like, a lot of those. I don't think we want just any power yet. Maybe later. Pain or upgrade? What's the 900? Exactly, yeah. We don't particularly need good powers, but we need like specifically Storm and Heat Sinks. And we need like several copies of them. And once we have that, we can pretty much pick any power. Creative AI will be good for hallways, but it's not useful for OTKing. Our deck doesn't have any particularly good upgrades. It's probably like dual cast, just to get another 0-cost card. But I don't think we can take the pain here. We don't have quite enough health that we can just like tank through this elite and the boss, so I think I'll just take an upgrade. I think it's dual cast versus Thunderstrike. Thunderstrike's probably the main source of our damage. But dual cast costs 0, and that helps us manipulate Mummified Hand, which is pretty important. That's kind of important for the future, though, so I think I'm going to take Thunderstrike, because that's important now. Yeah, Prayer Wheel is super helpful for setting up infinites, for sure. I am a little bit antsy about this health total. Let's see, how do we die here? It's got to be like Gremlin Knob is the biggest threat. I think we probably survive Gremlin Knob. So I'll take the dual cast upgrade too. little bit aggressive. All right, I think we kill Log pretty easily. We just wait, set up a bunch of lightning orbs. Cold Snap will wake him up, so I don't want to do that. Core Surge is also insane in this fight. Thunderstruck's only 18 damage right now. I kind of don't want to draw this hand, though, when he's awake. So I think I'm not going to wake him up this turn. We are also exhausting the Sender's Bane, so we're making technically some progress. Okay. I guess Thunderstrike does more damage than Double Strike, so I'll do that. And I think Dual Cast since it's free. Alright, Core Surge is always happening, and I think we're rebounding a Defend. Cold Snap and Zap need to happen, I think in this order, so we can invoke the Frost Orb, maybe. At least one Defend is happening, and then it's Defend versus Strike Plus. I should have used the Vulnerable Pot when we first started attacking him. Vulnerable Pot's not very good against Slime Boss. Well, I might as well save it now, I think. I think we're going to save the Vulnerable Pot and rest. Rebound Dual Cast is great. Okay. Bag of Marbles. Ooh, Flexpot's super good with Core Surge. Yeah, we definitely should. We goofed on the Fear Pot for sure. Because it's useless now. Oops, there's Heat Sinks. That's pretty much an auto pick. It's up against Reinforced Body, unfortunately, but it has to be Heat Sinks, I think. We need it. Alright, and I think we have to rest. Although I do want the Heat Sinks upgrade, but not so bad that I'm willing to die. Do we ever get lethal here? Flexpot Liquid Memories is making me think a little bit. We can't get enough Lightning Orbs turn one. If we had a card draw, maybe we could do like Zap, Rebound, draw the Zap, play the Zap, and then Heat Sinks hits Thunderstrike. But no, I don't think so. I think it's Rebound Cold Snap. And I'll go ahead and toss in a Dual Cast. Lets us control the damage a little bit more. I'm going to put him to 76, ideally. Do we play the Heat Sinks now so that we don't have to draw it again? Or do we not play the Heat Sinks so that we can maybe decost Thunderstrike later? It's a tough one. I'll play it now. You think hold? But we're gonna keep drawing it on hands that don't have Thunderstrike in it, right? Like, I'm making this decision now. I would hate to have to make it again in the future. It is never useless, right? Because like worst case scenario, we use it to decost to defend or something. But it is a wasted hand slot. I want to play it. All right, we need to pair up Core Surge and Flexpot. So that's probably happening this turn. Probably like Core Surge, double defend. Unfortunately, that splits him. And it's not a good split. We could have Liquid Memories the Heat Sinks. We could have played Core Surge, double defend, and then Heat Sinks, Thunderstrike. Or not Heat Sinks. Oh, it is Heat Sinks, yeah. Heat Sink. Alright, well, I'm not taking 38, so let's do the thing. Was Heatsink put into the deck on purpose? It was definitely on purpose. Heatsink is like a card we were hardcore looking for. There's Thunderstrike. 30 AoE damage seems pretty good. I'll take it. All on this guy. Okay. Sure. Oh no! Lightning orbs. Why? Well, that's really bad. Why you gotta do me like that, lightning orbs? Excuse me. Alright, the goal is to get him down to like 15. I was hoping we were going to get Zap in this hand so that we could Liquid Memories, so we could like Zap and then Liquid Memories the Thunderstrike. Didn't quite work out. Guess we might as well kill him. Blocks for a bunch. This doesn't seem like a good turn. We are surviving, but we're surviving at 2. If we don't do anything. I guess we're surviving at 5. Or, yeah, 5. Still not good. I think we need to set him up to split. Alright, weak is worn off. It's hitting for 12, we can block for that. We're gonna get frailed again, but we're not gonna get weaked again. Man, trying to line up Rebound with like Zap has not worked. Can I draw a Zap? Let's see. So Thunderstrike probably kills him and does 30 to him, splitting him to 11, avoiding weak. That seems great. Blocked out, so we get some slimes, I suppose. Alright, that's lethal. Alright, we got there. This is a little scary. Got to save the Liquid Memories as well. Second Thunderstrike versus All for One. Bioscog's here too. We have Bioscog and Core Surge and Mummified Hand, so like Bioscog is no slouch. I mentioned it last, but that's good. Thunderstrike would give us some redundancy for the like Heatsink's Storm plan. All for One is probably the most frequent participant in Defect infinites, so that's pretty difficult to ignore if we're specifically going for infinites. All for One plus Madness. What does All for One do currently? Gets us back Zap, Dual Cast, and Steam Barrier. Getting back Zap is pretty good with the Thunderstrike package. Also, the All for One itself can get decosted by the Heatsinks. If we're picking Snecko Eye next, we probably want to pick either All for One or Thunderstrike. But Bioscog is probably the highest, like, traditional win percent card, especially with a Core Surge. Bioscog is a hell of a card. We also have a Frost Orb, so Bioscog becomes a big source of block. I also just want to call out like how good this Bag of Marbles is for trying to OTK people. Bag of Marbles makes it so much easier. I don't know if having a second copy of Thunderstrike is really good, right? Because if we go off with, like, Heatsink Storm, I think the plan is probably to draw the whole deck. And then, like, maybe have a recycle, make the deck small, keep cycling. And, like, draw the Thunderstrike multiple times. Aim for infinite combo to hit the goal. Does bias win beat the goal? No. If we just win and don't get you or nothing, we lose. Which was the case yesterday with the silent. We were like just we're desperately looking for a catalyst the entire run. We never found one, and so we weren't able to OTK. But we did win. We like won the game, but it's a loss. Didn't achieve the goal. I think we're gonna pick All for One. All for One's just like the most obvious turn off brain, get infinite card. We also just want to pick a bunch of 0-cost cards to target the mummified hand. And it doesn't even have to be an infinite. If we have like a turbo and an All for One and like some powers, we can like convince the powers to hit the All for One and then just keep doing stuff for 0. It doesn't have to be perfect. All for One just like gets you turn 1 kills. Out of these cards, does bias achieve the ultimate goal? Yeah, All for One has a set play. Yeah, so All for One and Thunderstrike help with the combo theoretically, whereas Bias Cog mainly just helps for like hallway fights. But we do have to still win the hallway fights to get to the boss. But I think we're gonna pick All for One. All for One is committing us to basically waiting till Act 3 to get the combo. We can't really get a Act 2 All for One kill. I think if we want an Act 2 boss kill, we probably pick Thunderstrike. And hope we find a storm in Act 2. And then pick up a bunch of powers and play both Thunderstrikes. And then like Liquid Memories and Duke Pot and whatever. I do like trying to get an Act 2. Because we're not going to find enough madness to make All for One work. You can like buy 1 madness at a shop, and one madness is enough, right? If you get the 1 madness on a hologram plus, and you find a turbo, and turbos are common, so I think we are going to pick the All for One. We could get an Act 2 combo with All for One, is what I'm saying. It's not even that much rarer than Thunderstrike. Like to get an All for One combo, we have to find a madness and a hologram. And a turbo. Hologram and turbo are both commons, so that'll probably happen. Plus we have Prayer Wheel. Madness is the only tricky part. Madness is an uncommon colorless. There's no events that give it to you in Act 2, but you can buy it at a shop. And then to get Thunderstrike to combo, we need to find Storm, which is an uncommon, which we'll probably get because we have Prayer Wheel. But then we also need to find like a bunch of powers. And probably another Heatsink, which is another uncommon. And looking for 2 uncommons is like not guaranteed, even with Prayer Wheel. So All for One might even have a higher combo win in Act 2%, now that I think about it. Alright, let's pick All for One. Sorry, Bias Gug. Not today. Did we pick the Compile Driver? We did not. If we picked the Compile Driver, then Nuclear Battery would have a big advantage. Also, we're trying to combo on specifically turn 1, so the downside of Nuclear Battery doesn't really exist. Nuclear Battery basically just gives us, it's just an energy relic. And even it's a little better, because if we get, like, dual cast, then we can, like, dual cast the Plasma Orb and get 5 energy on turn 1, which is nuts. Why is the description for Plasma Orb just gains energy? Why doesn't it tell you, like, how much energy? Frozen Core is pretty slow. Maybe if we had, like, Symbiotic Virus or something, we could pick Frozen Core, so the Dark Orb would be in front. But how do we get an OTK with a Dark Orb? I have no idea. Calling Ball could definitely do some stuff. What is the best case scenario for Calling Bell? Calling Bell could get us like a Unceasing Top or a Sundial. Those are the sort of the big ones. Could get us Blue Candle. I think that Defect has some blue candle Necronomicon infinites, right? There must be something. Maybe not. Maybe there's no infinite there. Because what do you get out of it? There's no, like, exhaust triggers in Defect. The curse is obviously pretty bad. But the curse actually isn't super bad. Like, it's bad, but it's another card that can't get hit by a Mummified Hand, so it helps you target the Mummified Hand, which is something that's probably really important for an infinite combo with Mummified Hand. I think it's probably the nuclear battery. I do like Calling Bell a lot. Alright, let's do nuclear battery. Alright. Champ. Champ is definitely turn 1 comboable. We don't have very much money, so we probably shouldn't go to the store. Are Act 2 question marks good? I think we don't want bites, that would inflate our deck size. We probably don't want apparitions, because we're trying to kill people on turn 1, so we don't really care about being intangible. And the Forgotten Altar event is bad. Red Mask is okay, but not necessary. Ancient Writing is still good. Even if it's just a card remove, it's good. So I don't think we're, in general, looking for question marks too much. And the more fights we do, the more chances we have to find Heat Sinks and Storm. Elites are fine too. We don't really need to hunt them. So I think we're just looking for, like, fires and fights, primarily. So we can get 3 fires if we go through either this one or that one, and then this one. Probably going on this route if we go to this one. 3 fights. And this one also has 3 fights, but we're forced to do an early shop. And then after the fire, there is 1 fight over here, or 2 fights over here, and 1 fight over here. Alright, so I think I'll go right. Dodge the shop. We get looted. Drat. Okay. It's an awful lot of health. We can play all the cards because we have heat sinks. We're setting up for a dual cast on a plasma orb, which is pretty cute. I like that. We're also going to have an all for one on all the zero cost stuff, so that's, some stuff's happening. So we're going to get so much energy this turn, we really need to find a hologram. Hologram's really important now. I guess we don't need heat sinks to play all the cards, so I won't play it. Alright, dual casting the Plasma Orb. And then, should we rebound all for one, or should we rebound like a zero cost thing that we get back with all for one? I think we rebound the Zap. That's probably what we want to do. Okay. Took a bunch of damage there. Maybe we are not ready for doing a bunch of hallway fights. Sweeping Beam is technically a participant in the Sundial combos, but I don't think we're looking for that. There's a Turbo. It's also a Turbo Plus. We have an all for one in the deck, so we should probably pick Turbo. Aggregate's here too. I think probably Aggregate's going to be worse than the Turbo. Aggregate can be really nice, but we're probably aiming for a pretty small deck size. We have a pretty small deck right now, so I think the turbo is going to be the pick here. Oof. I don't know if we survive this fight, but I'm not giving him 200 gold, so we'll fight him. Core Surge on turn 1 dodges the dex down, which is pretty neat. Who's the target here? We've got 18 plus 10 damage, so 28. So not enough to kill anybody. If you can't kill anybody on turn 1 in this fight, you usually want to go for Romeo, because he's the one who weakens you. So I guess I'll do that. He does have slightly higher health as well. I'll hold the heat sinks. We might want to liquid memories it to decost something. Ha, you can't grab me. Okay, we need to not die this turn. Maybe we rebound and get lucky with the lightning orb to kill Romeo. And then we take 22 and survive. There's nothing really good to liquid memories, so I guess I'll try to get lucky. Yeah, 1 in 3 is pretty gross. I guess we have to liquid memories a strike. Yikes. We do get to play all the cards, and I don't think we're rebounding a defend. So we look for 21, so we only take 1 if we kill Romeo. In fact, we don't even die if the lightning orb misses. We do take 13. Go to 7. We might not be fighting this elite. We might be going to this campsite. Okay. Be nice if that lightning orb would hit him. Oh, yeah. That's nice. Thanks, lightning orb. Alright, so now we zap dual cast all for one. And go off on him. Bear has less health and hits harder, so let's hit him. Dual cast to get enough energy to Thunder Strike. I guess we could turbo it as well. That's unfortunate. We die if we let them hit us, so we have to liquid memory something. Probably the Thunder Strike, maybe all for one. Yeah, Thunder Strike does 30 damage and all for one does 10, so... Oh wait, all for one does 11. If we do all for one, we get a guaranteed kill. Actually, there's no way Thunder Strike doesn't kill them both, right? Oh no, there is. Could hit. No, it has to kill at least one of them. And that is enough. I'm gonna go for all for one. All for one guarantees us to block out. Oh, I guess it guaranteed lethal too. Second Steam Barrier, Reprogram, and Auto Shields. Reprogram is kind of cute with the Core Surge, but I don't think that's good. Steam Barrier is another all-for-one card. That would be our second Steam Barrier, but this one's upgraded. It also can't be a target for Mummified Hand, which is useful. Sure, we need more block cards, and this is a pretty good one. Okay, sure. Get rid of another strike. Seems good. I think we're just trying to dodge fights because we're so low health. We can't read this. It literally exactly kills us. You take 19 if you read this book. I think you... maybe you take like 21. I don't know. We die. For sure. Okay. None of these cards are on our, like, combo watch list. We don't have any, like, holograms or anything here. Probably taking a card remove. I guess Flash of Steel is a, an all-for-one card. We also have Rebound, so we could, like... Let's see. So if we get all-for-one Rebound Turbo and Flash of Steel is kind of an infinite combo. It's limited by the number of cards in your deck. So you rebound the all-for-one, then you play Turbo and use Flash of Steel to draw the all-for-one. Wait a minute, no, you'd need a zero-cost rebound for that to work, which we don't have. So rebound doesn't come back with the all-for-one, so you can only do it twice. Doing it twice is still pretty good, but not the level of good we're looking for here. Overclock is a thing, that's true. I think probably a Defend is the next to get removed. Strike Plus is certainly an option. I think it's one of those two. Maybe the Steam Barrier Minus? Maybe that's worse than Defend. Would like to remove something. Remove into Firepot is pretty good. We can almost afford removing Liquid Memories. Secret Technique is really nice, but we can't afford it. Self-Repair is a power, and we need some health. We do need to start picking a bunch of powers so that we can make the heat sinks do stuff. I think I do like Self-Repair. Let's take Self-Repair, remove a Defend. Maybe we do just remove the Strike. We have quite a bit of damage from other sources, but we have to really combo that Zap before the Thunderstrike does much. We needed like a zero-cost attack. Oops, I clicked outside the window. We need a zero-cost attack so that like all-for-one does more. Also, we have Vajra, so like, if we play Flash of Steel 10 times a turn, it's doing 40 damage. Although, if we want to play a zero-cost attack 10 times a turn, it's probably Claw. Does quite a bit more damage. Do we ever buy Claw here? We've got an all-for-one and a rebound. Seems like a Claw deck. You know what? You're right. We did see a Static Discharge, and like, yeah, would have gotten us some Lightning Orbs. It can't be part of the OTK, but still. What if it's like Self-Repair Claw Potion? We can't quite afford the Fire Pot with that. Yeah, we can't afford any potion. Claw card remove. Yeah, Flash of Steel is definitely helpful. Okay, so if we pick Claw, how many times do we have to play Claw to, like, get an OTK, basically? Or how many times do we have to play all-for-one? Seems like way too many to not require an infinite. And if it's infinite, then we don't need Claw, right? Just infinite all-for-one skills. Alright, I think I like Self-Repair card remove. And I'm going to remove a Defend. Self-Repair basically is a Defend, so... Okay. Oh yeah. Thanks, Red Mask. Let's see where Dual Cast lands. Okay. I guess we all-for-one that guy. Dual Cast again gives us the energy to play Thunderstrike. And these do the same amount of damage, so it doesn't matter the order. And these have the same health and stats and everything, so... The front one. Heatsink self-repair draws a card. That card could be Steam Barrier, which would be pretty good. It also decosts the rest of our hand, which is neat. To defend, that's okay. Are we rebounding one of these cards? Hey, Darkwing Drake. Welcome to the Vegetable Patch. Thanks for the support. Appreciate it. Darkwing Drake. It's like Darkwing Duck, but more metal. These do 8 damage. So if he gets hit with both lightning orbs, he still does not die. I don't have a ton of value in the weak pot. So I could just, like, weak pot this one. Which means he doesn't attack this turn and probably doesn't attack in the future. And then we would block out. Saves us 5 health this turn. I feel like we've used most of our ammunition here. So we're just going to be blocking for the next couple turns. Weak pot's probably worth it. Neck deep in code/data clearing. Use a distraction. Fun. I mean, I guess you're saying it's not fun, but it sounds fun to me. I enjoy coding quite a bit. We could turbo out a cold snap. Getting 2 steam barriers next turn, so I kind of don't want to go slow and get a void. There's weight. Lightning orbs will kill him soon. Alright. Okay, got it. Alright, got a nice little heal there. Second self-repair is offered. Ooh, there's the hologram. Hologram, reboot, rebound. Those are all pickable. That's surprising. I do think it's going to be self-repair here. Having some trouble keeping our health up. I have, I got mocked by BE in the past by picking 2 self-repairs and having one of them always be useless, but being able to heal for 14 per fight seems pretty good. And then we got to pick the hologram and upgrade it, basically, in order to get almost any combos. So we'll just upgrade it here. It's basically required. So if we rest, we get 21 HP, go to 47. Or we can upgrade the hologram and win the game. Okay, let's upgrade the hologram. Alright, Juicy Bracelet or Sapphire Key. Well, Sapphire Key is not useful, so it's basically just do we want Juicy Bracelet? That's right, Red Bearded McGee. Yeah, that's true, right? Self-repair, like, the worst-case scenario is still pretty good. I guess, actually, the worst-case scenario for self-repair is you play it on the turn you die, right? And you're like, I wish this was a different card. Sure, I'll pick Juicy Bracelet, why not? A Regal Pillow. Could have used that a couple floors ago. I guess we'll rest here. I don't want to go through the shop, though. Maybe we rest here? Seems fine. Go through one fight. Yes, Modified Hand hits only work one time. This is actually, I'm gonna like shitbox about this for a second because I hate it so much. It drives my soul, the hate. So the way, when things say they cost 0 this turn, and there's a couple of things that do that, what they mean is it costs 0 until the turn ends, or you play it, or you discard it. All of those things cause the temporary cost to wear off. So if it had its cost randomized by Snecko-Eye, it goes back to the randomized Snecko-Eye cost. Otherwise it goes back to its original cost. I suppose it could also be decosted by like setup or something, but sure. Yeah, so you can't practically mummy plus hologram something, but I think if you discard it, it does stay 0 cost. I guess I'm not sure about the discard interaction. Inconsistency might be too strong a word, but it's definitely irritating. Okay, Dualcast, show me your stuff. Really wish I had the Corsairs here. Yeah, I believe the triggers are leaves your hand or turn ends, but I could be wrong about that. Right, I think the only one that says until played is setup. Could be wrong about that, but setup definitely does not work the same way as modified hand. But like all the things that set the cost to 0, like bullet time, mummified hand, they all work the same way. Right, potion cards. It's not inconsistent. Well, I don't know. You could argue either that it's inconsistent or not consistent, right? Because it's inconsistent with the way that the text reads, right? But it's consistent. It's internally consistent, right? At least like the same effect is applied in multiple different ways. I think we want that all for one back. That seems good. Dual casting seems like something we probably want to do next turn. All for one's going to do 11 damage next turn, so we don't need to do that with Cold Snap right now. Okay. Corsairs, you're late. You're fired. We don't need to block, so we don't need to play Steam Barrier or Turbo, and those would cost us dazes. We don't really want to play Dual Cast either. Alright, fair enough. I guess it did something. Prevented me from being weak? Wait, does she vulnerable you or weak you? We could hologram back the all for one and then play like Steam Barrier a bunch of times. I guess let's see what self-repair hits. Doesn't matter, we're probably playing everything in the hand. I guess that's not quite true, because hologram plus all for one takes all the energy, so we're probably skipping strike. Okay, so we're definitely playing Steam Barrier. So 13 plus 2 is 15, so we need 9 more block. So we could play both Steam Barriers. Let's see, how do we want to do this? I think probably like defend and then this Steam Barrier. Yeah, see, we don't get the defend back because it was decosted by Mummified Hand, so as soon as we played it, it went back to its original cost. Alright. We could turbo out a strike. I think we've done enough damage to ourselves this turn. We could heatsink self-repair zap. Seems like we'd be shuffling a lot of dazes in. But I guess we're drawing cards as well, so it doesn't really hurt. Are we playing Zap or skipping it? We've only played one Lightning Orb this combat, so Zap would be our second one. Gosh. This fight's not looking super winnable. Yeah. She got us. Darn. Yeah, exactly. That was like the textbook reason why you don't pick the self-repair, right? It's like self-repair showed up in the hand, but we like didn't need it and didn't survive the fight, so it wasn't actually 7 block. It was just weird dying with 14 block on the table, 14 health on the table. What if self-repair had like a whatchamacallit, like a fairy bottle effect, where it's like, if you die with self-repair, you get your self-repair healing, go to that health. Blame it on Baron. Who's Baron? Oh, Baravon, cool, yes. Yeah, Baravon, you're nothing. That was all your fault. Yeah, kind of a promising one. I feel kind of stupid for losing it. We definitely like lost a lot of health in hallway fights. We were not adequately prepared for that. But it seems like a deck that should have been good in hallway fights. My post-game analysis of this is failing somewhat. I don't know exactly what went wrong. I guess we didn't have enough damage. We like removed all of our strikes, and all we took was like a rebound, an all for one, and a thunder strike for damage, other than Core Surge, which is only playable once. So I guess we just needed to pick more attacks. Maybe we needed that claw. Not super clear. We also just needed more card draw. We were kind of relying on like, we're going to upgrade this heat sink and get a second one, right? But that didn't happen.